Welcome back to Raunchy Reality Recaps. Now in this video we're going over Ryan Edwards yet again. Now the last time I did a video on him, let's kind of recap. It's a lot, so hang in there and then I'll get to the new stuff. Now if you want a complete recap, definitely check out LB or Grace Report, even Ashley Reality Roundup, where I'm getting this current article from. They have all the information up to date and they do a lot better than I do. Now, since he was, last time I talked about him, he was finally put in jail by the judge, but apparently his mama went crying over to the judge because, allegedly, in my opinion, all this is stuff I'm pulling up from the internet, but apparently they have a close connection. Ryan's parents and the judge are like neighbors or something, apparently from the articles that are coming out. So she might have cried to him, and he wanted to hurry up and get Ryan out of jail right before Christmas as soon as possible, basically making all these people that already had enough of their job have to do more paperwork for a guy that doesn't deserve it. Because let's go back and remind you of all the stuff, and I'm hitting on big points here and there, a lot more than what I'm going to say, but let's get on to it. Let's recap a little bit about what he did in the last year. So within the last year, he called his ex-wife a whole bunch of names on the internet, put out pictures of her, very revealing pictures, then called her after getting a protection order or something, called her, harassing her, telling her that these gang members were going to come and beat her up because he's part of a gang now, blah blah blah, again, allegedly, whatever. So then he trashed her house, and apparently from what I was hearing from LB, her sources say that that was Mackenzie's house. Mackenzie's on the loan. So I thought it was Ryan's parents' house that he destroyed, which is still bad, but he destroyed Mackenzie's house, put knives to the wall with like notes and everything, calling her names, writing stuff all over the walls, destroyed everything in the house but his stuff, including the kids' stuff he's destroyed. Mackenzie had to pay for all that to get her house livable after he, destroyed it. So after that, he goes to rehab, or he gets picked up, has substances on him, gets put in rehab because they gave him a slap on his wrist. He left rehab, ended up driving on substances and running up into a curb, putting people's lives at danger, the general public at danger. They had to Narcan him back, sent him back to jail, went to rehab, found a girlfriend, which we all know that's a bad idea when you're just getting sober, especially one that's also in rehab herself. Got kicked out of a bar, drove again recklessly on putting other general public life at danger again when he decided to speed way over the speed limit. He hasn't been doing his Vitrol shots and curb his cravings for substances. He hasn't went to any meetings, and he didn't even put in a plan for the court. Everything that which was required, he didn't do. So the judge finally threw him in there, and apparently, again, like I said in the first part of it, his mama boo-hooed or something, he let him out. Told him he had more stricter requirements, which I don't understand what was more stricter, because it looks like the same bunch of crap he didn't do before, but they let him out anyways. So since he's been out, Mackenzie, and this is all new, Mackenzie ended up saying something online about how she can't co-parent with Ryan because they can't talk together because it's disrespectful to his relationship, which, I mean, everybody and their mother knows it's probably because Amanda don't trust Ryan because he's Ryan. So anywho, Amanda claps back, says a whole bunch of stuff, says she's not playing internet games, but she sure likes to run her mouth on the internet. Anywho, we end up finding out from different articles. Check out The Sun and Ashley's Reality Roundup for these articles. But apparently it talks about how Amanda, his girlfriend, lost custody of her son. Son went to live with her father. Her father apparently passed away, and I think the kid's living with his grandfather's wife. I'm not sure about that, but again, check out the articles. And then it came out also Amanda got into a wreck, was sued for over $200,000, but apparently drop it, probably because they don't think she has any money, which is a good guess. So anywho, we are here today, which, yes, let's get into it. Now, apparently, on January 31st, Mackenzie called police after a frightening encounter with Ryan, which she claims he threatened her and vowed to return to their house for his weapons. According to the police report, Mackenzie called the police around 8:30 p.m. to let them know Ryan was heading to the home he and Mackenzie once shared so that he could fetch a random computer cord from the garage. Mackenzie told cops that she wanted them to be aware that Ryan was coming in case anything happens. The police report states that Ryan also called the police and informed them of his quest to find his random computer cord. He asked that a deputy follow him to the house, and according to the incident report, a deputy met Ryan at the house. And Ryan was not able to find the computer cord and told the deputy he'd come back for another day and search for it. So, number one, they've been apart for this long. Usually when a cop goes and, helps to get your stuff, it's right after you left them. They've been apart for a year. This is her house. He should have got anything, whatever, within that past year. There is no reason at all that he needs to go and find a random computer card. And it makes me think that, number one, he might be on something. Again, allegedly, all my opinion, but for somebody just to randomly want a computer cord and, I'm sorry, it seems odd. You've been away from her for a year. Now you want a random computer cord. Is it because you can't talk to her by phone or you can't talk to her without having a reason to go over there because Amanda won't like it? Like, let us know. And again, I don't understand why the cops are even allowing it. Like, dude, because I watch, what is it? Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann's divorce, and they're always having cops over there in the body cams. And a lot of times when they're fighting over who has what stuff, he took this, that, and everything, they're like, that's something for your attorneys to figure out in your divorce settlement. That's a civil case. So I don't understand why they're wasting police resources over a random computer cord. Like, this guy, I'm pretty sure, hasn't paid child support. So it's not like he has... He has any bills. He probably doesn't have any bills. Dude don't have a job or anything, but you can't come up with like $30 for a random computer cord. It's ridiculous. He was fishing. He was finding a reason to go over there, and for him to use the excuse as a random old computer cord makes me think he's an idiot because he's on substances. Like, I don't understand. You might not get where I'm coming from. I feel that him wanting to randomly get a computer cord and think it's such a good idea because, people that are on substances, they think they're geniuses when they're complete idiots. And nobody else besides somebody that was just as messed up as they would believe the crap. You get where I'm coming from now? So that's why I kind of believe he's on substances. Now, again, allegedly, in my opinion. So, anywho, he apparently leaves. Okay? And then apparently, and yeah, I'm saying apparently a lot, shortly after Ryan and I left the residence, Mackenzie called back advising Ryan to text her. He texted her threatening messages. The deputy wrote in the police report, Mackenzie advised Ryan sent a message stating, "You're going to be hard pressed to find another place to live and no one is going to survive anything." So again, number one, I think he's on substances. Again, in my opinion, allegedly, don't come after me. I think he's on substances because, yeah, I really do. And him and his girlfriend Amanda might be on the outs right now. So that's why he's, he can't probably get to her, so he's going to find somebody else to take out his anger on. And again, why aren't we doing anything about this? He should have been picked up. We need to quit slapping his wrist and be like, oh, you need to do better, Ryan. No, this man who is on currently, is he on like probation or something? He just got let out the court. And this woman who he did so much towards in the last year, he threatened her like this. This is a threat. And it's ridiculous that his butt wasn't picked up a couple hours later, like he should have been. Really. This is going to end really bad. If the judicial system in that county doesn't get their crap together and make him responsible for his actions, this is going to be really bad. This is going to end really bad. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say this. He is going to end up really hurting her. Really. And we are standing by and watching it happen. And I know a lot of people have issues with Mackenzie and everything, about how, like, when, how she did Macy and everything, and this is karma. Yeah, I mean, it could be considered karma, but let's think about this, okay? Mackenzie, again, was younger, like early 20s, very early 20s. How old's Ryan now and still pulling this crap? She's in her 30s now, I think, or like almost in her 30s or something. He's too old to be pulling that crap, and his girlfriend Amanda is too old to be pulling her crap because she's in 30s too. These aren't 20 years olds we're dealing with anymore. These are people, adults in their 30s, with children. Plenty of them. And they're still acting like this. Again, it's ridiculous. It irritates me so bad because he really should have been picked up after this. So Mackenzie also informed the cops that Ryan allegedly vowed to return the home next day to retrieve his weapons. However, Mac told the cops that no weapons belong at Ryan's home. The only weapon... hold on, before I get into that. Why is he allowed to have weapons? Shouldn't that have been revoked? I've seen charges where people get charges and everything, and they're not allowed to own weapons after that. So why is he allowing weapons? And Mackenzie, I hope that she sold those. Because straight up, if he would have done that to me and everything, and I'm that worried, you're darn right. I'm going to a pawn shop, and I'm going to pawn him. And then he can go back and legally get some more if he's able to. I would have pawned every single one of them. She should have. I hope she did. Because I hope she didn't give him back to Jen and Larry or whatever. Because, good Lord, they do not care. Okay? They do not care about your safety or anything. They only care about that little person boy Ryan. So, anywho, and she said the only weapon in the house is her personal, everyday carry pistol. And the incident report Mackenzie stated that she was going to bring the pencil with her to work in case Ryan comes to the house. Good. Because she's scared Ryan could harm her. Good. Mackenzie, you get Carrie at all times, girl. If you ever hear this, which I don't know, Deontay's heard his little love after lockup thing I said, so who knows? She might hear it. But Mackenzie, you carry and you protect yourself. And if he comes after you, you don't feel one bad about if you have to sit there and load that thing on him. Because if he's sitting there threatening you and he comes after you and he's going to physically hurt you, you should not feel one bit bad about protecting yourself, because he has made it to where you feel this way. And I don't care if anybody has any bad blood with Mackenzie, they don't like her or anything. And some things I don't like about her either. Trust me, when she first came on the show, I didn't like her either. A lot of people don't. But does she deserve this? No. Does anybody? No. And no matter how much you don't like her, Ryan needs to be put in his place. Because if it's not her, it's going to be the next one. The next one. And somebody is going to get hurt and possibly lose their life at the hands of this man that can't keep his behind controlled because his mama and daddy let him run amok when he was a kid. Sorry, I'm getting mad, y'all. I'm really getting mad because I really don't like Ryan. Any hoosers. Before I go off on a rant, y'all check out Ashley's Reality Roundup. Has a lot of stuff. LB, Great Sport. You know they're all good. Y'all have a great day. Like, share, and try. Bye.